Welcome back to the KIX 96.5 Morning Show. We love featuring artists you should know about. Today, we're heading to Arkansas to chat with singer-songwriter Zach McKenzie. Zach grew up in Pine Bluffs. He developed a passion for music at an early age. He won Arkansas Idol in 2012. He's fronted several bands, has a couple solo albums, along with several singles. His current single is called The Day That I Found You, and it is out now. We're stoked to have Zach McKenzie on the show. First, Zach, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, it's funny researching you. You like to say the church you grew up in, you grew up with a microphone in your hand. But, yeah. I mean, that's got to be nice. You're ready to rock and roll right away, Zach.
Oh, yeah. Our pastor, he had a tendency to get that cordless mic and just kind of pass it around to different people. So everyone knew how to sing. It wasn't like I stood out like I was the singer of the church. Everybody in there knew how to sing. I was the only one that went on to try to make a career out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it probably, helped your love of music and being comfortable performing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, when did you pick up the guitar? Because you're a great guitar player.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if I agree with that statement, but I appreciate it. I was a singer first. I was actually a drummer.
Oh, wow.
Before I was a guitar player. And I didn't pick up the guitar until I was about 21, 22, something like that. I was already, I wasn't a child prodigy on the guitar. I'm not even an adult prodigy on the guitar. I just know a few chords. But I picked up the guitar around my early 20s, yeah.
Oh, well, it's working out for you. I mean, Arkansas Idol in 2012. Does that feel like a different life ago?
It does. That feels like a whole lifetime ago. That was in Rogers, Arkansas, and the winner got to go to the front of the line. Like, you didn't get a free ticket to Hollywood, but you got to go to the front of the line to audition for American Idol.
Yeah. Well, and then you went to American Idol. You got a golden ticket, and then tell us what happened.
Well, I ended up going to Group Day. If you're familiar with the show, I can't believe I'm saying this on the air, but I haven't watched the show in some time. But the format then, it might be the same now, is you go to Hollywood, you have a round where you step forward and sing, and they decide to send you forward. It's usually Group Day is the second round of Hollywood. And that is where I made it to, and that is where I ended up going home.
Yeah. Wow. Were you crushed? I mean, what were your feelings?
I was crushed because of how I went home. I forgot my lyrics. We had to learn a song overnight, pretty much, and
oh, geez,
I just it lost me when we got on stage, and so you don't really get to go to the next round if they didn't hear a note. So
why would they make you learn a new song in one day? That makes no sense.
Well, the way it was there was a list of songs, and, when you got with your group, and the year I was on, it was interesting. The year I was on there was the only year that they picked the groups for you, at least up until that point.
Yeah.
Up until that, you got to, if you watch the show, you could select your own group, but they had put us in the groups, the producers, and then I wouldn't say we were on the same page of song choice, and we kind of felt like we had to go with this specific song, and it just didn't work out for us.
Exactly. Obviously, it didn't resonate with you.
Yeah. But it lit a fire in me to keep going, because I thought if I made it that far, somebody saw something in me, so I'm going to keep trying.
Exactly. Go check Zach out. It's Zach McKenzie. He's on Facebook, Instagram. Go to YouTube. Check out all of his stuff. He's on TikTok. His latest single, The Day That I Found You, is out now. Well, we just talked to an artist that said he doesn't write music until he's inspired, something happens to him in life. You kind of do that. Your songs start with a thought.
I would say that, yeah. Sometimes it's a melody, and I get my phone out and just kind of record this little catchy melody that entered my head. But it seems like the best songs are the ones that come from life experiences.
Yeah. Yeah, so, that's for sure. Well,
I would say this one did 100%.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about The Day That I Found You here in a minute. But you also just co-wrote a song with, who's this, Jillian and Sunshine Jane?
Yeah, that was actually a few years ago in Nashville. That was before the pandemic. That was a song called I've Gotta Know, and I had met them at a gig at Rippy's. And then we had just kind of got together at one of their houses and hashed out the song. And I found out that she's still performing it. I found that out on Instagram.
Yeah, there's a video of her performing it. That's crazy. I mean, do you do a lot of co-writing?
I do. It just really depends. I wouldn't necessarily say there's this big process that I stick to. Sometimes I go into a situation co-writing with somebody. Other times I would write one. I'd finish one myself and I'd feel like it's done. And there's other times I thought I finished it, but something's just missing, and I put another pair of eyes on it, and it comes together.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching your TikTok videos last night, Zach. Are these in your house?
Yes, I live in an apartment in Conway.
Okay. And then what's the AX black hat that you're wearing?
The AX.
It's like, it says like AX or AX or what's the black baseball hat you're wearing all the time?
Oh, I really don't know. It's just a hat that I think looks good.
Okay, well, it does look good.
I got a lot of hats in the closet, and that one just, black goes with everything, so I just kind of throw that one on.
I was like, AX, what's he throwing axes or something? Or what's Zach up to with this thing? Well, and you're also dipping your toes in filmmaking. You wrote and directed a short film? Tell us about this.
I did. Yeah, that was kind of the secondary career. I live in the city, by the way, if you hear the train that's going by right now. But I always had a fascination with movies, and not just sitting with the popcorn and enjoying them, but just studying them, and I have a love for that. So, got a lot of movie scripts and kind of want to squeeze that in somehow in the future. But I had a short film. About a year ago, we went in production and did it, and it's done, and we're hoping, fingers crossed, that we're going to put it in the film festival circuit this summer. It's called Jonette Road. It's a little Hitchcock-style murder mystery.
Huh. So we can't see it now anywhere, or it's not available anywhere?
It's not available right now, but because I believe there's a rule with the film festivals that can't be released. So, yeah.
At Jonette Road. Keep your eye out for that. Well, and you mentioned Conway. You're playing a gig tonight in Conway. You're playing. I mean, if you go and check out Zach on any of his social media, he's got like his monthly list up there. You've been playing a ton of solo shows. Oh yeah,
I kind of found a home in that, to be honest with you, and just me and my guitar, and do some originals, some cover songs. Tonight, I'm actually going to be at a place called the Mighty Crab in Conway.
Okay, the Mighty Crab. Well, and don't you have, you have like residencies, or you're playing a couple different places a week, like every week?
Yes, sir. I play a place called Chef's in Benton, Arkansas, every Sunday. And every Tuesday, I play in Jacksonville, Arkansas, at a place called Pepito's. Okay. And those are every Sunday and every Tuesday. Pepito's a Mexican restaurant, so we advertise it as Taco Tuesday. So come enjoy all the tacos and the live music.
So how far is the commute from Conway? Are they pretty close?
It's all in the same general area. Benton is probably about 45 minutes, and Jacksonville's about 30. So, it's all kind of in the same metropolitan area.
And then you're playing 3-hour sets. What are we hearing from Zach McKenzie?
You're hearing original music that's both released and unreleased, and a lot of cover songs. I try to appease everybody. I do mostly country at these things, but I try to throw a little bit of everything for everybody. Just a little mixture.
Oh, yeah. Got to play to the crowd. That's for sure.
Sir.
So what's the goal? We staying busy? We trying to get to the next level? What?
That's a good question, because if you'd have asked me that 10 years ago, I would have said record deal, headlining the Super Bowl halftime show, the works, all the Grammys. But now, I'm a little bit older. Actually, my birthday was yesterday. I just turned 37.
Oh, wow.
And I honestly just want to make a good living, and I would like to see some success if it happens, but I wouldn't say that it's fame or failure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just want to make feel good music that I enjoy. One huge thing that's important to me is I've got to connect to what I'm doing.
Yeah. And
you hear a lot of, well, you got to do it this way if you want to be on radio. You got to play to, you got to see what's popular. And, you might not, no disrespect to anything or anybody, but you might not always connect to what's popular. And, are you really enjoying it if you just conform to that just because you want to be successful? With the root of it being a love of a specific thing, I have to connect to what I'm doing. And that's, to me, success, making a living, making the music that I want to make.
Well, exactly, and being happy. And the older you get, it's not about, it's nice if you could make $1 million, but it's nice to be happy and do what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm certainly not going to turn it down.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Showed up, but
we're not going to say no, but
but I wouldn't say that that's the reason I'm doing this.
Yeah. Go and check Zach out. He's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify. His latest single, "The Day That I Found You," is out now. Well, on The Day That I Found You, it's a little bit gospel, whole lot of soul. Like I told Zach before we came on here, I said, this song is you, Zach. It's got, a little gospel feel, a lot of soul, a little classic R&B feel. Tell us about the song. How did this thing come about?
Well, it all started when I met a woman named Rosie, who I'm about to marry. We're engaged. And it was real poetic, like a cliche movie. I was playing a $75 bar gig, and she had walked in, and I saw her face across the crowded room a couple years back, and we started dating, and it was just that story. It's a description of how that all feels, when you didn't even really know what you were looking, I didn't know I was looking the day that I found you. That's the lyric in the song. And the song itself represents a lot of change in my life. I was at a place where I kind of went back to the drawing board on what am I going to do next, or what's the next 30 years look like for me. And I really just wanted to make feel-good music. And I love country music, I love gospel music, and I love classic R&B music like Otis Redding and Motown music like the Temptations. And I really want to make a song like that. And this felt like the perfect time to do it. And I went all in. I wanted the heavy background vocals. I wanted the horns. I wanted it to feel like a classic R&B song. So it just kind of came together like that, and it's worked out so far.
Well, you knocked it out of the park. It's a great wedding song. You got to get this out to every wedding DJ on the planet, because this is a perfect wedding song. It's probably going to be your wedding song, that's for sure. And I love the video. The backup singers, Tiffany and Stephanie, they look like they're having a great time.
Oh, yeah. Talking about the background singers?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the day they came in, they were super energetic. It was our third day in the studio, and I had a 6-hour drive ahead of me.
Oh.
And they came in, doped up on coffee, ready to roll. I'm still waking up. And they killed it. I loved what they did. And this, by the way, was produced by Lee Turner in Nashville of 222 Studio. And I thought he really deserves all the credit on what it became.
Yeah, it's a great song. Sounds amazing. The Day That I Found You, you're going to hear it here in a minute. But the one thing, Zach, I've heard you play it live, just you and an acoustic guitar. You need an acoustic version of this song.
Oh, well, noted.
Yeah, come out with it here after a while.
Thank you.
I was like, the song is amazing in its full form, but stripped down with you and the acoustic guitar is just as good. So,
well, thank you so much.
And then the cash on your guitar neck. You're a Johnny fan?
I am. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe that's with the black hat.
I'm even looking at a picture of him right now. I got a picture of him here in my apartment, hanging up on the wall. So, big fan of the Man in Black.
Yeah. Well, you did this independently. Are we going to keep with singles? What's happening?
Okay, that's a really good question. I would like to continue releasing singles in the style with that classic R&B feel, because it's so much fun, and like I said, it feels so good. But I am working on what I call a traditional country album.
Okay.
Now, I don't know when that would be out. I don't even know. I don't have a game plan fully formed yet, but that is in the works as well.
All right. So we got more traditional country coming after this one. The Day That I Found You, Zach McKenzie. Go and follow him. He's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. He's everywhere. Zach, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
Here it is, The Day That I Found You. It's Zach McKenzie. It's KIX 96.5.